Welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about something quite interesting, and it's called, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Cosh, SinH, and TANH. They're what's known as the hyperbolic trig functions, and what's interesting behind the nomenclature of that is they don't actually have a trigonometric relationship similar to that of sine, where it's like sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and then obviously tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to be discovering today why the nomenclature is that way. And we're going to be doing this by looking at the power series of SinH x. And it could be Cosh, because I don't remember the exact formula, and that's what we're going to be basing it off of, so we'll find out in a sec. / Cosh, question mark. Okay? So, let's just slide on next here. So we know that the representation of these, and I'm going to do, I think we're going to be doing Cosh. So we'll say that cosine hyperbolic cosine of x is equal to e to the x plus e to the negative x over 2, okay? And so to create the power series of cosine, some people call it cosine of x, some people call it Cosh. I'm going to be calling it Cosh for this video. We can say that we can just do this via direct substitution, okay? So we know that the power series of e to the x, I'm just going to write it out instead of writing the sum, if that's okay with everyone. So the power series of e to the x is e to the x is equal to 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x cubed over 3 factorial, and we'll go to x to the 4th over 4 factorial. E to the negative x is just e to the x, but we plug negative x every time we see x. Get this a little closer for you guys to see. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's in the works. We'll get it done. I'll make it a little bigger for you guys so it's more obvious. E to the negative x is equal to 1 minus x plus x squared over 2 factorial minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. Okay? So, we've got that. And now we're going to add these together and divide by 2. Okay? So, if we say 1 plus 1, okay, and so we're going to be adding 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 3rd over 3 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial plus 1 minus x plus x squared over 2 factorial minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. And when we add these together, we see that we're left with our, and we're going to be dividing all this by 2. We can see that our 1's, 1 plus 1 is going to be, yeah, if we add 1, we're going to get, 2, I'm sorry, we're going to get 1, we're going to add 1 plus 1.
You're choking up.
And we're going to get 2, okay? And I'm going to ignore this divided by 2 for a second. I'm sorry I was tripping up because I was like, oh, 1 plus 1, we're kind of looking for a 1, so I was like, how are we going to get there? Kind of doubting myself, but we're good, okay? So we see that we're going to have 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2. Then we're going to see that all of our odds are going to cancel out, because this is a plus, a negative, this here, and this here, and so on and so forth for all of our odd powers, which means we're going to have 2 plus x squared over 2 factorial, and this would be 2x squared over 2 factorial, and then we'd have plus 2x to the 4th over 4 factorial, so on. Now if we divide all this by 2, each term individually, we'd see divide this by 2, divide this by 2 over 1, divide this by 2 over 1. We can see upon reciprocation, these 2's will cancel, leaving us with 1 here. Thus, we have 1, and I'm going to rewrite this up here. And this is going to be Cosh, and it's going to be equal to 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x cubed, or x to the fourth, over 4 factorial. So on to a plus, and we're going to be writing the general form for this. So we know that we have n equals 0, we have 1. N equals 1, we have 2. N equals 2, we have 4. So we can kind of see that this is going to be x to the 2n, and the bottom follows with our power, so we'll have over 2n factorial. And what you may notice is that the only thing different about cosh and cosine is that cosh doesn't alternate and cosine does. And that's the only reason it's called cosh, is because this power, I'll remind you guys, power series of cosine x is 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th power over 4 factorial minus x to the 6th over 6 factorial. And we can see here, this is the same thing as this. However, this has minuses, this has pluses, which is why we call it cosh and not cosine. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, I'll be back soon with arc lengths of parametric curves. We're going to be doing circle first with just sine and cosine, and we'll be going on from there into polars. So yeah, thank you guys.